Hi, my name is Luke Armstrong, and I've just received my 2-year open work permit to work in Canada. So when I first started out looking at how to do this, I really wasn't sure myself on the approach of where I should go, all the forms I should fill out. I had no idea of where to go with this, so I feel like I needed some help. So this is when I came across Canada CIS, who looked amazing. All the testimonials they have on their website, all the stories of people who have achieved their work permits. So this gave me a lot of confidence in this company to basically get my work permit. So on an initial approach, you basically go through like a compliance check with somebody who goes through all your background, your employment history, all the things like that, and then they come up with a route what's more desired for you. So when I heard about how many routes there was, I was actually quite surprised. But for me personally, was the IEC 2-year open work permit route. So that was fine for me, and that's the route I decided to go down. So once you've got your compliance checks and you are eligible for a work permit, then you then get put forward to a immigration expert. So mine personally was a woman called Gemma Anderson, who was very, very amazing throughout the entire process. She would always be on the ball every week in, week out, sending me emails, phone calls, probably more than I expected, but I've got to be grateful. She did an amazing job. She was very enthusiastic. Anytime I doubted myself about the entire process, she would always pick me up and give me the reason why I'm actually doing this. So she was very, very good in that aspect, and I can't thank her enough for everything she's done. She did a great job, basically carrying me throughout this entire process. So once you go through all your applications, you fill out all your forms, you then get put into the pool, which for me was very, very quickly. I got actually pulled out of the pool within 2 days, which was actually quite crazy. It was a very big rush. In that time, this is probably the worst point of the process, just because of how fast it came across for me. So in that time, I did have to go down to London, get my biometrics and things like that. So that was probably the hardest part of the entire process, but we got it done, and it was successful, and it was quite stressful, but it was so worth it rather than doing it myself. Canada CIS, basically, like, I felt like they were there with me the entire time, holding my hand, basically making sure like they gave me the best possible chance to get my open work permit. So once that's all complete, you then get put forward to a company called RCIC Mariam, I believe it is, who basically deal with the Canadian government personally. So they will then build up your application and send that to the Canadian government for approval. So I've got to give a great shout out to them too. They were, again, always on the ball. Anything the government needed extra to see any more additional information about yourself, your employment, things like that, they would contact you directly, and then you could get that all sent out. Basically, make sure your application gets through as fast as possible and doesn't get delayed or put to the bottom of the pile again. So I've got to give a great shout out to those. They were very, very great in that too. So initially went from the application, from the submission to the Canadian government. I think it took around 4 weeks for my open work permit to come. So again, very, very quickly, faster than I thought it would be. I was actually thinking it's going to take months, but I was very wrong, and it just shows how good CIS are at building your application and putting that forward to the government, and giving you the best possible chance to achieve your goals, basically. So yes, very good overall. I'll definitely work with the Canada CIS again. I think once I finally move out to Canada, I will be applying for my permanent residency in the future. So again, I will be approaching Canada CIS for this too. But I'm going to get a great shout out to everyone involved in the process. Anybody behind the scenes who I didn't personally speak to, I'm sure there was more going on in the background than I actually saw. So yes, it's a great team that they've got, and they're really enthusiastic about who they're working with, and they actually want you to get out in Canada. So that's the great thing about them. Like they were so enthusiastic about everything, and it shows their commitment to you to getting you to where you want to be. So yes, thank you very much, and again, I look forward to working with Canada CIS in the future. Thank you.